Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Mary. Thanks for joining us today. And we're going to be talking about, of course, the Galactic Friends, Galactic Conversation here, or Cosmic Friends. And thanks for being here. And Mary, let's go ahead and start with you. What's going on with you, your channel? Besides you being sick, she's a little under the weather, everybody. So so send her some sweet energy.
That's what I told Gail this morning. I said, I'm a little sick. And she said, you'll be fine.
I said I would just carry the brunt of everything. That's what you asked, because I'll be fine if you carried the brunt. I go, yeah, I'm fine with that.
We're both very work oriented, I would say, you and I both. And so we don't like to miss commitments.
Right.
So I appreciated your answer. Yes. So right now, honestly, with the website, we're just kind of changing up things a little bit and putting out a little bit more for you guys because you guys want to see some more stuff. So that's what we're doing. As far as upcoming events going on, we have our Wild Star Healing Temple on January 30th. Our lab group, that emotional support group, is on February 1st. We have a women's only group, Unleash Your Power.
What's the emotional support group? Now, what's that about?
Group? That is Life's Anonymous Battles. So that lab group is basically where we meet the first Sunday of each month. Usually it's the first Sunday of each month in a private, intimate group. And we kind of talk about how we're feeling that month, the things that have been coming up for us, and then we transmute that through fire or uplifting activities or different things like that. And so we're just transmuting all of our negativity into positivity. So we do this in an environment that kind of connects everybody together, gives everyone a community and a safe space to talk about how they feel and the things that they're going through, which I think is important.
It is. Now, how did is this, that they go to your website and join? And is this a paid type of thing that they're going to be joining?
It is completely free to join the lab group. And this is actually Erin's creation, our associate teacher here. So you just go to our website. You can find it under events or the free membership page. And it's just a little Google Meet link. And you just click in at the date and time that we have it at. And anyone's welcome to come.
That's good. That's a good service. Nice service. A needed service.
Very much so, but we do that to all members, for all members. So it's free because, we have a free membership and then we have a dignitary membership. The dignitary membership is the paid one. And if you have the dignitary membership, you get exclusive content and videos, and then also a 15% discount on sessions. But then the free membership has this lab group. So everyone has access to join if they need a little bit of extra support, or even if you just want to talk and have a spiritual community.
Yes, that's important. Okay, what else? I interrupted you because I wanted to know more about that.
I'm glad you wanted to know more about that. And then we have our women's only workshop called Unleash Your Power. And that one is with Kirsten Blakemore on March 9th. So she has this whole align thing that she's done for women in the workplace wanting to unleash their power and get more into their profession and confidence. And then of course we have our I Flow retreat June 19th through 22nd, and we only have 2 spots left.
Oh wow.
1, 2.
And that's all on the website.
That is on the website under the events page. Yes.
And can you tell them what your website is? In the chat box or the description box in this channel, but if you can go ahead and say what it is for them.
Yes, it is Earth and Star Wellness .com. I always want to say at gmail.com.
I do too. And especially when you get on the show and you're not quite thinking, or there's a lot of things going on and you're thinking about a lot of different things and reading, and then you're just like, oh, what a minute, is it .com, whatever, what is it? So, but anyway, all right, thanks. All right, for me, my new stuff, of course, is my new channel that Terry and I have created, and it's called Galactic Gaia, and it is all about healings, and the type of healings we'll be interviewing people. We'll be taping probably most of the interviews, and it's going to create this library of all these different type of healers. We all don't know what each other does. We don't know the modalities we use. We're going to go all the way from hopefully naturopaths to shamanism to Reiki to people who are practicing witchcraft. We want to be an all-inclusive channel where you can go and look at these interviews and know what a person does to see if maybe you can benefit from what they do. And of course, then we're going to move the Solaris Healing Center over there, and we're going to be doing our healings. So that channel is just going to be about healing and the different type of healers. And I think it's necessary because I don't know what everybody does. I talk to people. I don't even know everything you do, Mary. So we're going to be, of course, Mary's going to be one of our first people we'll be interviewing to find out about her healing modalities and what she does when she does a session. And this is just to help people go in and go, okay, I'm thinking about having a session with Mary. Let me go look at her interview, and I'll know more about what she does. Or maybe that I don't really like what she does. Well, let me check this person out. So it will give people a place to go and see what everybody does. And also for me, my benefit also, because I have no idea what everybody does or how they practice. We're all so different. So anyway,
I think that's a good idea. I didn't even know you had another channel out. You told me you wanted to interview me for it, but I didn't. I think it, like, my brain skipped. I didn't realize you created a whole other channel.
I had created I was struggling. I've been struggling for years with the fact that my channel is geared towards aliens, extraterrestrials, our galactic friends, and then bringing in the healing component. Even though I am alien assisted on my healings, it just wasn't feeling right to be on that channel. So it's given me the freedom for creating another channel to bring in all these different things and go in a whole different direction on that channel and still stay true to helping others with their extraterrestrial experiences.
I love that. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. And I like that you're talking about the different modalities, because I don't know that every modality is different and every person uses modalities differently. Mm-hmm. I think I've always been a little bit more amorphous with it, maybe, because, like, I've noticed that the people who come to me most of the time, it's not because of a specific modality, but because of me.
Right.
Like, they know the healer, they know that person's energy, and there's like a trust and a rapport that they start to build. Like, okay, I know that this person can help. So they get drawn towards a particular healer. So then understanding exactly how that healer works can be pretty important.
Right. And I think getting to know their personality and seeing if you are drawn to them, mm-hmm. giving it's going to be like a 30-minute interview where they can get to know this healer type thing. And it just gives them somewhere to go, or gives me somewhere to go, or all of us somewhere to go. So if you're wanting even to refer out to somebody, you can go look at their interview and say, oh yeah, this is where I need to refer. This is something I can't do, but I think they can handle. So it's just going to be, as I said, a library of healers.
I love it. I'll refer other people to your channel.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to pull this up because some people have been saying they've had some issues trying to find the
Galactic Gaia.
Yeah, Galactic Gaia, and had to put in the letters. So I'm going to pull that up if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Galactic Gaia, and put in V4S to get right to it. And also, the other thing that I have to talk about is my email address, Dr. Gail-Skywalking with Moon. I've had issues with that for a long time. Well, not for a long time, for several months now. And I have now created a new email address, which is called skywalkingwithmoon@gmail.com, which should be easy. That is my YouTube name. But Dr. Gail Skywalking with Moon, if you've already contacted me on that, I don't have any problems getting emails from you. But it seems like lately, for at least 2 or 3 months now, new people who have not emailed me before cannot get through to that email, and I don't know how to correct it. So now I just have 2. That's how I've created it. 2 email addresses. If you can't get through one, go to the other.
What's your new email? I missed it because I was looking up your new channel and I got it. I subscribed.
Yay! It's a hard name to remember. Skywalking with Moon at gmail.com.
Oh, I'll get that. That's the same as your YouTube channel. It should have been that all along, right?
That's what I said. I said, this is easy. It's my YouTube channel. If you go look at my YouTube channel, see Skywalking with Moon, it's at gmail.com. So it's pretty easy to look up. But yeah. So anyway, anything else, Mary, you want to talk about before we get into some questions here?
The only other thing that was coming up for me as I was having a conversation yesterday, and I brought it up a little bit before here, is how aliens, like collectively, we're trying to make them more common. We're trying to really bring them in because we're so comfortable talking about them and having this safe space and just being so open. Like literally nothing is taboo for people like me and you, right? Like nobody can come up to us and say anything that we haven't heard before.
Right.
But then, like, sometimes I forget that out there in the world, when you talk about aliens, there's things like words come up like fear and closed-minded and stuff like that. And so we're really trying to draw lines between how aliens have really always existed and they've really infiltrated every part of humanity since before time. For me personally, that's been coming up a lot in shamanism, because we talk about there's prayers to the star beings, our star brothers and our star sisters. Well, who do you think lives in the stars? The aliens. So you can.
Well, I think that was the interesting thing that you came up with, was the fact that everybody looks at you as a healer or somebody who practices energy work or shamanism or those type of things. So when the word comes up as aliens, which you're comfortable with, they're not so comfortable because that's not the category they see you in. Now, for me, I am all about that category. So they're not even going to contact me unless they're, have some kind of experience with that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I feel like we're really just collectively opening the world to aliens and how they've had interdimensional beings in general have had just such a big impact on indigenous cultures and earth religions, just really from the beginning. It's not something new that's trendy. Like it's just always been here. We don't do this to be cool, guys.
No, they've always been here. In fact, we are the aliens, not them. They've been here way long time before us. They've seen all the different changes of Earth and all the different ways we have advanced, or every time we were kind of thrown off Earth with either floods or ice age or whatever, here we come bouncing back and they tweak our DNA to advance us. But they've always been the same. It's just we were kind of their lab rats, I feel like sometimes.
Well, I don't know about rats, but they do have cute toes.
How about lab humans?
Lab humans. Yes. But they have, they're part of, like a lot of Earth religions, they're part of, like I said, the Star Sisters and the Star Brothers. So they're thought to be just other beings that travel with us throughout time and space. Or even there are some cultures that saw them as gods or would want to worship them because they had so much knowledge and higher technology and wisdom. So it just feels like they are our friends that we walk hand in hand with and who sometimes save us from Earth annihilation.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, that is the big story about the Hopi, where it was the ant people that took them underground to save them and taught them agriculture. And then when they returned back to Earth, they had new techniques on how to take care of themselves with being able to grow crops. I mean, that story exists forever with how they helped the Hopi.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Look up the Hopi and the ant people. I mean, they have all their diagrams or whatever they have of the ant people. And that is what brought them underground. And some of the Hopis still live underground with the ant people.
I'll have to look into that because I feel like there's so many different stories from so many different cultures about the different aliens.
Mhm.
Um, Even though I feel like over time, sometimes those words have been scrubbed out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I have a lot of theories about the Lemurians, Mount Shasta, and the Andean shamans. Although I don't know how accurate they are. They are intuitive feelings. But I'm gonna get there one day because I need to step inside that mountain and have all of those energies.
Well, it's also Atlantis too.
There?
You step in the out there. There's also Atlantis. Actually, I saw Atlantis, and for me, it's off the Fiji Islands. Atlantis is, and it's in the water, and it's just different water densities. That's why we can't see it. Why nobody can see it or find it. It's because when you see it, you're just seeing through it because it's different water densities, and only if you're invited that somehow or another, I'm not sure how that happens, but when you're invited, you can then see that the walls and everything in there are different water densities, and even the tables we were sitting at was a different water density, like thicker water. And so it was interesting that for me, everybody starts guessing where Atlantis is. I'm going, I know exactly where it is. It's off of the Fiji Islands. So, I've been there several times, and I know where it is. But anyway, there's a lot of other theories and things that go along with it. But anyway, that's been my experience.
And I've visited Atlantis a couple of times with past lives for myself or for clients or things like that. Would you say that Atlanteans are their own race or a race of alien?
They're a combination. They're a mixed breed, is what I call it. That and Lemuria are both. That's why when I was going to Mount Shasta, when I was moving there, I thought it was the Palladians that lived inside of Earth. But before I even went out there, they said, we call ourselves the Lemurians. Well, I did not know any of that information, but when I went out there, I was having it validated from everybody, and I didn't know anything about Saint Germain until I met him out there. And so all those things were coming directly from them and were validated, but they're mixed race. They're mixed usually of the Syrians, Arcturians, and Palladians, and they're all intertwined. And there's also like from Lemuria and Atlantis. There's some different species in there, but they are extraterrestrial species or alien species that make up those groups.
That makes sense. And somehow that connects back to Egypt also. I see it and feel it. I don't logically know it. It somehow just connects back to Egypt, the Lemurians too. How does Saint Germain play into this?
Saint Germain's from there, and so if you go to Mount Shasta, Saint Germain is everywhere. He is the color represents every rock shop in Mount Shasta is purple, and that's what you'll see, and that represents him. And I didn't know his girlfriend or wife or whatever she was Lady Nada, and so I met her. I remember talking about that with my next door neighbor who was from there and going, this is who I met. And she's telling me everything, what I met and how it happened. And I'm going, okay, well, I met them. Yeah, they were there. So, and of course, she was sitting there going, you didn't know who they were and you've met them. And I'm going, yeah, but that's so typical for me.
Because you meet so many.
Yeah. Yeah. So I meet so many. But yeah, so to go back to what kind of races are it's mixed race with the different extraterrestrials. And so to me, that's part of they've been here before us, and they've taken safety and underground, because whatever we do to Earth, they don't have to be a part of it. They're safe underground.
Like little rabbits.
Yes.
We need to build ourselves a little underground bunker. Whatever happens up here, I'm not part of it.
I'm gonna run to the Hopi so the ant people can take me down.
I don't know. That'd be really scary. I'll have to admit, being surrounded by big old ant people would just terrify me.
Where they were already working with them, so I don't think it was that terrifying when they were showing them safety. And as I said, they're also the one that let them survive because they taught them how about aquaculture and how to survive when they went back up, which we were not, they were not doing anything, weren't growing their own, plants at that time. So that's where they were taught that how to do agriculture, whatever, how to plant stuff.
This one person may have just connected the Atlantis, the Mount Shasta, and the Egyptian thing. Yeah, the Atlanteans fled to ancient Egypt before the final destruction of Atlantis. I don't know how they ended up in Mount Shasta, but like I am seeing like that connection. I just feel it through different visions that somehow the alien races there are all connected. So the Atlanteans, what are they a mixed race of?
Well, all of them are mixed, as I said, Syrians, Arcturians, and Palladians, and there's some other ones in there because Lyrans have some kind of part in it, but those are like the three main ones.
Okay.
So for me, I mean, I know this is going to be weird or not weird, but I do not connect with Egypt at all. Never have. And I'm very connected to like Peru, all those places in South America, but I have never been connected to Egypt. And I don't know if it's something that I have blocked out or I have just never been connected with that. But I do not resonate with anything in Egypt where so many light workers do.
For sure. I'm called there. In fact, the plant spirit medicine that we're doing at the iFlow retreat is the Blue Lotus flower tea. So we're going to be calling in a lot of that ancient Egyptian type of light code memory. So it's going to be something. I don't know quite what that call is yet, but a friend of mine even went to Egypt and brought me back a Nefertiti statue, that queen, that goddess. She's the goddess of beauty or something like that. So there's definitely something to it to be picked up, specifically around Lemurians.
Yeah, but I'm so connected to the Lemurians, but I still just don't have any connection to Egypt, and I've just never really understood that unless it's something that was not good or not fun or something that was devastating, and I blocked it out and don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't know.
Well, maybe your alien self is just racist against Egyptians, and so you don't even talk about them.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They could care less about that kind of thing. That's a human thing.
Well, my human is somewhat racist against the praying mantis people because I find them terrifying, and they come up a lot for me for some reason.
Oh, well, of course, the mantis beans, for me, they don't bother me. I like the mantis beans because whenever a mantis bean shows up, it means I'm getting ready to have a big transition in my life. The mantis bean showed up when they were asking me if I would go on the rescue missions. That was a mantis being that was asking me that. A mantis being was the first alien that I rescued. And also I see mantis beings with two gray hybrids whenever it comes to healing. So for me, my experience with the mantis beings are always good.
That's great. I find them scary.
Is that you don't have connection? I don't have any connection to Egypt. So there we go.
They just click, and they have scary little heads.
We have problems with roaches.
Ah!
And I'm that way about snakes.
And I'm cool with snakes. I can hold snakes. Yeah.
Right. And so even that, and Terry and I have been doing these shorts about the different races of, the reptilians and Arcturians and whatever, that we've been doing different little, like 20-minute segments talking about them. And we've been just posting them. And this week we're recording reptilians and Nagas, which Nagas are the snake. And for me, I'm just like, Nagas, and that's how I'm reacting, going, oh, we're doing a segment on Nagas. Oh, reptilians I'm fine with. Just the snake people I have issues with.
Oh my. You said get a snake, and
so that's you with the praying mantis.
yes, very much so. Like clicking. I don't know. I think they're cool, like bugs, but you have to admit they're kind of crazy.
So, okay. Bernadette saying, oh, she doesn't like snakes either. Yeah, I don't know what it is because it doesn't make sense for me to have that such of a dislike for snakes because one of my shamanic journeys was I had to face a snake, and for me to accept her, she had these red wax lips on her face. It was funny. It was funny. It's ones that you used to get like Halloween or whatever, and it's wax, and it was like these big lips on her face, and so you couldn't help but laugh. But it's a snake. So anyway,
I bet that was really cheeky.
yeah. So because I had to follow her, and I'm sitting there going, "No way, I'm following a snake." And anyway, so
Well, at least they came to you in a non-scary way. They wanted you to laugh.
yeah, they wanted me to laugh and follow her and try to get over that fear, I guess, of snakes, but still it's there. She has to put those wax lips on for me to even be around her. Hypnosis is saying she's terrified of reptiles, and amphibians. They eat mantis beings.
Is that what it is? We're really just at odds?
I don't know. I don't know.
You?
Well, I think there's it's depending on our history, our injuries, our wounds, our past, lives that have happened to us. Because, as I discovered here recently, there's so many of us that were in the Orion Wars, and there's so many of us who don't even want to talk about Orion. That Orion's over there. I don't want to talk about it, but so many of us were in a negative life at that time. And so we blocked that life, that we were a warrior, that we were killing, that we were fighting. So I think we do a lot of that kind of blocking on past lives.
Mm-hmm. Now, Orion is something that's come up to me in past visions before. It was interesting because before I got super into the aliens, I did have a vision that kind of pointed to where I was from, which we know we were from so many different places, but it happened to kind of go back to Orion.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that to be interesting.
Right. And I think most of us were probably part of those Orion Wars, and Orion has the positive and the negative on, so it's a dualistic star system. So, but there were so many wars and so many things that happened there that we participated in. And I just don't connect with Orion at all. And I think that's why, because I know I've had a lifetime there, probably several, but I probably don't like who I was during that time.
Mm-hmm. There's not power to be reclaimed from those spaces, possibly.
Right. So anyway.
And Hypnicity, just a disclaimer, I'm not really racist against praying mantis beings.
Did she say that?
Well, she said that I would hate her light language because she's resonating with the praying mantis. So they're really, really cool bugs.
Yeah.
I like that they eat the heads off of their mates.
That is pretty terrifying. So,
that's the best part about them. Woman power, man.
All right, let's see what Teresa's saying right here. She's saying, greetings, Galactic Tribe, Gail and Mary. Please remember to like and subscribe to both channels. Yes, please like and subscribe to both channels. Well, actually, 3 channels. Second channel also. Thanks, Teresa. So, and let's see, what's Penelope have to say? Mary, I had a session. I asked her if she thought I have ever had any contact with aliens, and the answer was yes. Well, thanks, Penelope, for being here and learning more about your galactic heritage. And hopefully you're okay and it's not scaring you, because it can get a little crazy here. Are you wanting us to look to see if she has any? Did you must not have gotten too far into that then. Let me see, Penelope. If you haven't already gone running and screaming away from this channel, then and going, there's 2 crazy women talking about it. That's a good sign that yes, you have had alien. I'm getting a yes, you definitely have. So there's your confirmation. It's not even a little yes, it's a humongous yes that you've had some extraterrestrial contact, and probably some lifetimes that you will discover as soon as you're accepting this, that you are different type of extraterrestrials. Let's see. And Bernadette, any message from me from my Starfeed? I can't even talk. Starseed family, please. I need inspiration with painting. Oh, that's nice. Inspiration with painting. Let me see. I'm going today. I pulled out some fun cards today, and I'm going to use them. And it's my crystals, and it is fun. It's two men that wrote this, and it's always fun. They're always funny. But I'm going to see if I can spark something in your creativity, give you an inspiration. Oh, look at this card. Look at this stone. Okay, it's beautiful. And what's good on the back, it gives you everything that you want to know. So, and I'm just going to just briefly, but it says expand your consciousness is the big thing here of this stone. The people who need it are storytellers, soothsayers, healers, therapists, and psychics. Where do you put it? Wherever you translate inspiration into the written or spoken word. And when to use it? When it's time to speak clearly and straight from your heart. When you want to get weird. There we go. When you want to get weird, acid is called a cavern site. Cavern site. See if you can see. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Cavern site.
I've never seen that stone before.
I know I haven't either, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that.
It is. It's gorgeous.
So anyway, this is basically get your freak on with a stone. Bernadette. So you're saying, well, wow, very cool. Very cool. My podcast logo is Healing Together. Well, there you go. I think this is like let loose. Get your freak on. Go for it.
Then
it's going to allow your artistic abilities to come out more. I think you're being a little too conservative, holding back.
I have an idea too, since it's specifically about painting. Did you already put the card away?
Let me see if I put it on top or oh no, I put it in the middle. I did.
It's okay. Well, it just had the white around it, even though the blue was like the focal point.
Yeah.
There was little white with like white specks throughout the rest of the stone.
There it is.
So there's like all the whites and how the white stands out, and it has all these little specks. And then the card that came out for me was this one, which has the white specks, right?
Right.
So as soon as she started talking about the inspiration for painting, the first thing that came out to me, and even in that card, you said something about language or speaking truth or something like that. One thing that stood out to me is when you paint, you can encode it with light language that stands out as white or translucent shapes or patterns within the painting, even though that's not the focal point of the painting itself. So like I said, that card, it had like the blue is the focal point, but there's the white that could be the light language. With this, the owl is technically the focal point, but you can see how the light language is encoded into it. And so even your paintings then become healing. People are getting that truth and that stuff, that communication, that energetic download from the paintings just by where you intuitively feel guided to place that light language and those white marks or those translucent marks. So I don't know. That was just the vision I had in my head. And get one of those stones because I've never heard of it.
I haven't either, but I wonder how easy it is to find that stone. Because you haven't heard of it and I haven't either. And I've had this
crystal shop and didn't hear of it.
What was that?
I said I ran a whole crystal shop and never heard of it.
Yeah. But I've got this whole deck full of, but sometimes those are obscure type things that they come up with a picture of. And it might be, obscure stone that they took a picture of in their house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see who's next. Oh. Did I already get? Yeah, I got, oh, yes, I got her. It looks like Sarah's next. Poor Mary. Hi, Dr. Gail and Mary. Any messages from my galactic family? Thank you. All right, let's pull out a stone card for you. I'm listening to my dog back here. Oh, let's see. We got Jasper.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Jasper. Okay, so it says, who needs it? Air signs, city folk. It says it strengthens your foundation. So, okay, where to put it? Wherever you are, when you'd rather be barefoot, pulling vibes from the earth below. Think white sand, green grass, yoga mat. When to use it? When you want to get back into your body after a stressful work week, a long flight, or a lit meditation session, a lit meditation session. So you want to strengthen your, it's just basically grounding. They're wanting, this is for grounding. They just have a funny way of putting everything.
I like it.
Yeah. You have anything?
Yes, the card I pulled around it was the mystical shaman, but it didn't feel like it was all around like healing and spirit walking and all that kind of stuff, even though in the card one thing that stands out is you can see his spirit coming out of his body, like through the mouth. It feels like the message that might be coming through is that while you have that ability to veil walk and to move from side to side, you know, from this side of the veil to the other side, and to do the mediumship and the healing work, there's a big heart space here. That is the main message coming through, is to make sure that you're grounding, that you're getting out in nature, that you're doing a lot with the land and with the elementals, and not just for ceremony or ritual purposes, like for play and for fun and just to be one with nature, because that grounding is a really important part of your health. I'd be curious to know if you're a little Pisces.
Well, I'm a little Pisces. Why are you asking, Mary?
You just took that personal right away.
What is she talking about? Sometimes, you know, when you pull a card or something, the message is actually for you. And so I'm going, oh gosh, has she got a message for me?
She's a Virgo. So Virgo, that is an earth sign automatically, but country girl stuck in the city. So that description was right on for the city folk.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pulling up this, and because Penelope, she's asking, would you do a deeper dive on the aliens? My gosh, Penelope, go back and look at all my shows, all about aliens. And then I have shows that are about each specific alien. This channel is aliens, all about aliens. We're exploring a little bit different things here today, but I think, well, yeah, just go. My shows last Saturday was all about aliens, and then there's shorts that are videos that are about the different extraterrestrial species. So just go back. I have a whole lot of information about aliens on my channel. So just go back and start looking at some of those, and we'll have another show all about aliens probably next Wednesday. No, I can't remember which day will be the next day. That will be all about aliens. Today, Mary's feeling a little under the weather, so we're just having a little fun today.
Well, it's fun every day that I get to be with you guys.
Yes, yes. But we have to be considerate when we're under the weather. All right, Lisa, if you're taking questions, I would appreciate a message from my galactic or spirit family regarding my gifts. Thank you. Okay, well, let's pull out another card here. Whoop. Well, if I can get to it. Oh, look at this card. This one. This is Larimar. I always think of this as the ocean.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. Larimar, of course, is sea foam tone Larimar. Who needs it? The hot-tempered person. Yes, this is the hot tempered person needs this. A typical Aries is what it's saying. Where to put it when it says when you're super agitated, stop, drop, and hold a Larimar in your left hand, and commence cooling breathing. Stick out your rolled tongue and slowly inhale and exhale like you're sucking through a straw. When to use it? When you feel like all the world's problems are suddenly just your problem. When anger stands between you and the formation of articulate sentences. Remember, chill is a choice. Ride the cool breeze with Larimar. And the big message is slow your roll.
I think you should put in the scroll here, put chill as a choice, bro.
Chill is a
Bruh.
choice.
Chill
Slow,
as a choice.
slow your roll. Larimar, I've got one of these stones. Larimar. Yeah, they're beautiful. Okay, Mary. Slow your roll. Aries, specifically Aries. I didn't know Aries were hot tempered. I don't know a lot of Aries.
Well, Aries, they're a fire sign. And they too tend to, I don't want to say like be bossy, but be the boss might
Yeah.
be a better way to say that.
I know they're very business driven.
They can be. Yeah. So they like to be in charge there. And I like that I got kind of the same color blue a lot in this card.
Yeah.
They came out with this one. And once I pulled this card with the different elements that I was picking up, it kind of felt to me like you might be the kind of person who you've had a really long life journey. Like maybe you've been through a lot of things, a lot of traumas in the past, or ups and downs, or sadnesses, or griefs, or whatever that is. But then I see this whirl at the top of the head and how it's brought you specifically through your heart space and your healing into this space of wisdom that just starts to go, and it's like that knowledge, that power, that wisdom is taking you somewhere in the future. So it's not a separation in the body, but it's like a leaving, like a shedding, like a leaving the past behind and stepping fully into that wise woman that you are and that you've come through. So I guess in the shedding, chill's a choice, let yourself lay back. You've already been through all the things that you're going to go through. So everything's good from here on out. Just let yourself ride the wave. Okay.
I should say mini dramas for sure.
Many dramas and traumas.
Yes. I love this deck for their comical approach to things. Those two guys, whoever wrote it, must be comedians of some type, because there's some cards that are super funny.
I like these. We should do these more often.
Yes. Okay. Damaris, I pull this up once in a while because sometimes, you just need to have kind of a fun show, and these cards are fun. All right. Damaris, hi, everyone. What's my purpose here in Mexico? I'm confused on info on starting over on my channel. Oh, yay, Damaris. Finally, you're starting back on your channel. Yay. You have so much to share with everybody. And your purpose to moving to Mexico. She used to live in Texas, and she was asked to move to Mexico. She lived in Texas all her life, and she has just recently moved there and was drawn to one certain part. So now she's there, and probably at a crossroads. Damaris are probably letting you rest before you start, but I'm glad you're getting ready to start on your channel up again, because you do have so much to share. All right. And she's definitely connected with aliens. Okay, this is what we're getting this color a lot today. Bismuth. I wonder why we're getting this ocean color cards today. This is an iridescent crystalline metal with a stair-step structure. Okay, who needs it? The easily distracted, burners, people who aren't very bored. People who are very bored. And Yes, you're absolutely right. People who are very bored get this and rewrite your code with rainbows. Rewrite your code with rainbows. Okay. And let's see, where do you put it? On your desk in Silicon Valley and in your utility belt in Black Rock City. I don't know why they're specifically picking those places. And when to use it. For those looking for some psychedelic influence without swallowing the red pill. Okay, lie on your back and take 10 or 100 or a million powerful breaths through your mouth with bismuth placed on your forehead. Then break out of your tired gray thought patterns and get en route to a more colorful, energized life. Oh, Damaris, this is definitely the card for you. So you, this is getting out of your mundane life and just moving with this stone is going to help you get out of your boredom. And this is what you need is so you can rewrite your code with rainbows. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Let's see. She's saying, I've been painting better than ever. Creative brain overload. Well, great.
I really like that it said the rainbows because I pulled this card for Damaris, and I feel like I'm getting the message that you've been called, at least for now, to that specific space because you're supposed to be absorbing all the medicine that's in that space. In the medicine wheel, there's something that happens when you work the different directions. You might come into the medicine wheel in a state of duality. So that's white and black. And then you come into a space on the medicine wheel where you're overcoming all fear and you're becoming a warrior of peace. And so that's when you become luminous, where you've risen above the duality. And then you come into a space of transcendence of all things and unity consciousness, which is called the rainbow body. And once you get to the rainbow body, that's where you can move through time and space, different timelines. So it feels like you are where you are to absorb the medicines of the area, to do your medicine dance, to come into transcendence, to upgrade into the rainbow body. So I would just ride the waves, put that stone on you and take a million breaths, do your painting and just be present with where you are rather than having to push for what your purpose is, because your purpose is just to be there and to absorb those things and to become who you're becoming.
Right. Now on this card though, it says, it's who needs it? The easily distracted, burners, people who are very bored. So do you think she's being easily distracted? Because she's saying, but there's something to this because she says she's been painting better than ever, creative brain overload. So do you think she's burning out? What do you think, Mary?
I think that there's a sense of friction or burnout, but I feel intuitively that it may be caused more from the thought or feeling that we have to have a reason for being here beyond just being here. And it's more of like an internal battle that's causing this friction.
And we all have that actually because we all are where we're supposed to be. And so many of us think like we're not doing enough. And Damaris, of course, is one of those that's guilty of that.
Mm-hmm. That would be what I'm picking up. Like you're there to get the medicine and have fun and relax and just become while you're in that space. So yeah, just let it go. Take a million breaths.
And put the stone on your head, forehead.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Yeah. And I would just say it doesn't have to be specifically that stone, but just any of that coloring and that will work. Because it seems like I've been pulling this color several times here today. So yet another Linda. Hi, Dr. Gail. Was the dog in my profile pic more than just a dog? I have never been more in love with anyone than him. Oh, look at that. Like her dog in her profile picture. Is that dog more than, well, I'm going to say yes. And what I'm going to give you an example of it. My whole channel is Skywalking with Moon, and people look at thinking that's something profound about that. No, my dog's name was Moon, who passed away. And she started astral traveling with me about 2 months before she passed away. So that's when my channel was being named, and I was out there, in the universe walking around with her. That's why I named it Skywalking with Moon. So my channel name is named for my dog, and it's because she's special. She was astral traveling with me and then became really significant on the other side. She had a more of a purpose on the other side than she did on this side. This is the same with your dog. There's a more of a purpose on the other side than this side with your dog, and y'all have had many lifetimes together. So you got any more with that for that, Mary?
Yeah, I just feel like the dog, like you said, they've been together through multiple lifetimes, and something about it, I don't want to say is teaching unconditional love rather than just reminding you that you're loved unconditionally or what unconditional love feels like. And Moon is so super present with you all the time that, like, I don't even know your current dog's name because I always just call your dog Moon because
Yeah,
Moon is just,
yes, my other dog's name is Jezebel.
I know that logically, but when you were here, I was like, "Hey, Moon, do you need
Yeah,
to put Moon in the backyard?" Because it's just you and Moon. Like, that's just how I see you.
right. Okay.
What's your cat's name?
Her name is Dirty Harriet.
Okay, let's move on.
Well, this is probably an old term. Do you remember Clint Eastwood used to be called Dirty Harry? Well, when I got her, she was so mean. She used to go out and fight everything, female cat. And of course, I was told she was male when I got her. So Dirty Harry turned into Dirty Harriet, and she was mean. She fought. She brought home stuff all the time. So the name fit her, but it had to turn into Harriet versus Harry because she was mean. Just mean. She'd clean out all the yards that I was living next to. Anything that's any critter, anything, everything.
They are vicious.
Yes, yes. I'm so glad she's not the size of me because I'd be dead too, I think. She'd have got mad at me. I would be dead. But she's now 17 years old and has really slowed down.
Aw. Well, I'm sure the squirrels are appreciative of her elderliness.
Oh yeah, she did. She did just this squirrel. She brought home ducks and moles. I mean, snakes. She brought home snakes. Oh, she'd bring home everything. I would come home to the hallway of death, whatever she had gotten. So, anyway, all right, moving on from my pets. All right, Hypnosis. Are aliens on Earth lost? Do they feel stuck here? No, 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 no. No, they're not stuck here. They choose to be here. Anything to add to that, Mary?
Well, I think I'm curious if people die unexpectedly and they can become lost souls, if an interdimensional being was on Earth and, like, are they capable of dying on Earth unexpectedly and becoming lost souls?
That's a good question. Because is that just a human thing about being a lost soul? Or is it every dimensional being can become a lost soul? And I'm getting every interdimensional being can become a lost soul. So there's the answer.
And that's a thought, because I don't feel like when they astral travel here, they can die like that because they're not body. But I feel like if an alien body came here and died in a surprised or unexpected or painful way, that if they didn't cross over, they could become a lost soul here on Earth, the same as anybody else, or like even on their own planets, they could become a lost soul, same as anyone else. So while you easily answered her question, I feel like it spurred another question that I don't think I've ever even thought of before.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it either. So thanks, Hypnosis, for that question.
So should we be crossing over alien lost souls now? I don't know that I've ever done that.
I don't know that, because what I'm hearing is we wouldn't know that they were alien souls, and they would use their dimensional level for crossing over. They wouldn't come to us, basically, so they're saying. They would seek out somebody else. Like
That
somebody,
makes sense.
yeah.
They're like, I wouldn't use you anyways, you puny human.
Yeah, see, what I'm feeling like, oh, you're beneath us. We would go.
We don't need your help.
So I get that's basically what I'm getting is we don't need your help. Your help. Okay, we're gonna take this last question. And who is the lucky person? What in the world is this one? Share. I have color blotches in my left eye, but doctors say it's a migraine. Can my galactic eye heal the fog it has brought? Thank you. Okay. I would say we need more information about that. Share. Do you have any insight? Do you know this person, Mary?
Not by the screen name. I don't know that screen name, no. But I do get auric migraines, so I do get sometimes splotches in my vision, and I can see how that could be a thing. But what I feel that your guide is saying is that there's some purge that could happen, or that you might need to help get that extra energy out. Because when we get migraines, it's like that ring of energy here, and the release needs to happen. So you can do this through, like, I don't know if you have a traditional sweat lodgist near you, a sweat lodge facilitator, or some sort of cleanse or something like that, where you can really kind of purge through and get out that excess energy. Or even just like walk with your spirit guides, talk with your spirit guides, and ask them to cleanse that energy out and purge that extra energy. But that's what's coming up to me. So long story short, yes, they can help you.
Well, let me give you a short sentence of what they just said to me. Sleep on your left side. I don't know what side or how you sleep, but sleeping on your left side purges whatever needs to be purged. I don't know anything about that. Has anybody here in the chat ever heard anything like that? How sleeping on your left, and I think this is a lesson for all of us. And again, yes, this is a lesson for all of us. There's something about sleeping on your left side and purging the daily crap, what's the word? The daily stuff we deal with, daily. Basically, I think that's what they're saying. Sleeping on the left side purges the negative information that we receive during the day. I don't know anything about that, but I'm getting this as a yes.
That makes sense to me.
Does it?
It kind of does. If you think of the body and how it's like dual-sided, like the masculine and the feminine, and input versus output, moving forward versus moving backwards, like the left side could be the button, like the psh button.
Right.
There's also a Reiki symbol, and it's the Reiki master symbol, where there's two little things on the bottom, one, and they look like feet. So the whole symbol looks like a foot, and one's enclosed and one's open with energy coming out of it. And it's the left foot that's open with energy coming out of it. So that makes sense.
Right.
One side would be open to allow energy to release or move through, and then the energy in the body balances.
She said she sleeps on her left side, but what I'm getting is, I don't know how good that sleep is. Yeah, I'm getting that it's not the word I'm getting is not an efficient sleep. So I don't know if you're not getting enough sleep or going through the cycles of sleeping, or maybe that you need to go have testing done. I'm getting a yes, and it needs to be some testing done, but I don't think you're getting efficient sleeping or sleep sufficient or sufficient. One of the words, I'm not sure what that is, efficient or sufficient or both. It's both sufficient or efficient. Is that true, Sher? Are you not getting enough sleep, or is it restless sleep?
I really love the puppy in her clip. Is that a Saint Bernard? It's so cute.
Yeah, it looks like a Saint Bernard.
Ugh.
Or Burmese, I can't know, mountain dog, Burmese mountain dog.
Mm.
Share what it has. What's your quality? Basic quality sleep. That's the word I should be using. That's not what I'm hearing them say. Looks like your quality of sleep's not that great. You sleep too much, so you're not getting quality sleep by sleeping too much. That's what it is, probably.
Which might be why you heard the word efficient.
Yeah.
Sufficient is what you felt the quality, but efficient as a matter of like time.
Right. So what kind of dog is that, Share? Before we go, you're curious. What's the dog? What kind of dog is that? That's a Cocker Spaniel?
Oh. Oh, well, I guess like real up close, it could look bigger.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody. When's your next show, Mary?
My next recorded show is going to be Sunday. This coming Sunday at 10 a.m. It's our 2026 overview for the year, prophetic overview. And then our next live show is going to be January 30th, and that's our healing temple. And then me and you, we're going to pick another day to do this in February too. I don't have my phone on me right this second, but we're going to check that out.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks moderators for making this a safe place, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.